Right, so let's have a look at how to make a quiz in Google Classroom and set it as an assignment. I'm here on Hub now, and if we go down, we'll go to Google for Education. That opens up your classroom. Now, for those of you teaching in St. Joseph's, I have set up the Google Treehouse for us to play in and to practice things like Google Classroom. If you want to ask for any requests how to do certain things, please do so. Now here we've got an example as your introductory task of a quiz on your favourite subject, me. There it is. So if you click on it, you then can take the quiz. Now with these quizzes, obviously you can set them to be about your subject rather than yourself if you're not an egomaniac like me. Types of questions like multiple choice, you can add pictures to them as well. Multiple choice without pictures, you can give short paragraph answers, or you can set them. So I'll show you how to set one up. Back to the page of the class you want to set a quiz for. Then you want to go up to classwork here. Now classwork is where you can create your tasks. There is that quiz. So click create to start a new one, and it gives you some choices straight away. Now I'll go through the other ones in another video, but basically an assignment is like writing an essay, sort of essay task. This one here, quiz assignment, is the one that we're going to go for. Can I just quickly point out down here, reuse post. Once you set this quiz, you know, you can put it in another classes as well. So if you teach two classes and you're teaching them the same unit, you just type the quiz once and then you go onto their page, click reuse post, find it and put it onto theirs too. So it's quite an efficient way to work. Quiz assignment then. Okay, so title. So this is the actual task they're going to see before they go on to the quiz. Here's a test. You can put a description if you want to. When the pupil goes on to this, they will see that first before they go on to the quiz. But this here, blank quiz, is the quiz itself. So, click on that. I'd immediately give it a title. Test quiz. Doesn't make sense, does it really? Never mind. And now here's our first question. Now, you type the question there, and then you can choose from the drop down the type of question it's going to be. And I'll make it a multiple choice, I think. So they can choose from, say, 3 options. So first option will be Paris. Second option will be Hamburg. And the third option will be Flint. Now, if you wish, you can put a picture to illustrate these places or to illustrate your answers. So click on add image. Now you get all these options here. You could upload an image, take a picture with your webcam. Unlikely you'll be able to see Paris from your front room unless you are Parisian, in which case, bonjour. You can type in the URL, the web address of a picture. You can go to your own Google Drive, but this is the quickest and handiest way if you haven't got something set up. Google image search, and this will search on Google for you. So I'll put in Paris. And some weird stuff at the top there. And that's Las Vegas, isn't it? Let's be honest. Okay. Well done, Google image search. You've not done very well there, have you? Okay, then. Let's try Arc de Triomphe. Hopefully that will help us out. Hey, that's the lad. Right, okay, so I'll have that one, I think. Take the first one, what the heck. Insert, and now you will have that picture there to illustrate that. I'm now wishing I hadn't done Hamburg, because I'm slightly scared what picture might come out. Hamburg, oh, I know what I'll do to avoid the Reaper barn. Hamburg SV, there you are, the football ground. That's safe. Ooh. And then Flint. Now, we may now see the limitations. This seems to be got a limited Google image search. It's good for something obvious, although it just failed to deliver Paris. Flint will offer us that. So, Flint Castle. There we go. Lovely. I love that one, looks nice. Insert. So you've now made a question. You need to give the answer. Now, spoiler alert, the correct answer is Paris. And what we need to do now is go down to at the bottom, the answer key. And the answer key invites me to choose the correct answer. There you go, I've selected Paris. And also, if I wanted to assign points, I reckon that's worth 1 point. There you go. If you want, you can give answer feedback, which will automatically show depending on whether the pupil has got it right or wrong. So if they got it right, you could put a congratulations, well done, or an interesting fact. Paris is in Europe. Always teaching me. Or, for incorrect answers, you could put a comment, maybe to help them with what they got wrong. Give them the correct answer. Paris is the correct answer. Flint is in Wales. Hamburg is in Germany. So, by doing that, you can give feedback, obviously, if it's a, within your subjects, there might be specific bits of information you want to give as feedback. I want to point out this as well, because you could put a link down here, so you could link them to some information, whether it's correct or incorrect. Maybe you give a follow-up extension. Paris is correct. Have a look at this website of Paris and note down 5 interesting facts about it. And then you could also put a YouTube video and link that in. So if you wanted to, you could illustrate something with an actual video. I'm not going to do that this time, but there you go. So there's one type of question. Now to get your next question, you see it's confirmed the feedback there. I'm going to click done. And then my next question, just click plus on there. That'll let me add a question. You can also import questions from elsewhere, and these are just the same as the things I've shown you already. Add another question. Okay, let's try a different type of question. We could try a short answer question. Now, this is where it gets a little interesting, and we've certainly found in English that there are some types of questions that don't suit Google Classroom for automatic marking. They can type their answer there, but I'll show you how to sort this out, but also how to illustrate that this can be limited in some ways. When you go to your answer key, okay, again, I'll give it 1 point. I'm going to put the correct answer, which is 2. But what if a pupil writes TWO? So I can add another correct answer, TWO. That's fine. Again, there's the limitation here. If there's a slight error, well, it's not error. If their answer is slightly different from what I've put, it's going to be marked wrong. So if I put, as a third option, there have been 2 kings of England called Charles. Okay, if someone types that, great. Ooh, I'll say that, look at that, I misspelled it. But having said that, if I put that in, if someone wrote there have been 2 kings called Charles, it'll be marked wrong, won't it? Because that's not the correct answer. Mark all other answers as incorrect. You can click that and then it'll be marked wrong even if it's just phrased wrongly. It's a bit of an awkward one, so you have to pick which type of questions will fit in correctly. Of course, there is one way around it, which is that I've actually put there, it's a number. And so if I stipulate you've got to put a number, this will fix it for this question. If I say the number is the only acceptable format of an answer, then it'll reject everything but the number. And so if the pupil types TWO, it'll say it's got to be a number, and then they'll type in the number 2. So I'll put here, it's got to be a number. So do you see how that works there? If I put number there, then the answer's got to be a number, not letters. And so you can explain there, and they'll see that if they type words. Likewise, you can limit it to just text, and if someone types in number 2, you can say, no, you've got to write the number. You can limit its length as well. So that's a different type of question, which, as you can see, can have its limitations. Other types of questions, drop-down menu, fairly obvious really, does what you'd expect it to do. Option 1, Snowdon. Option 2, Morvamai. Option 3, Swostachlan. Spoil tip. I'm going to bother looking for a picture of that on Google. And so I put that, I'll then give it an answer. 1 point, and this is Snowdon. Done. Okay. Shall we have a go at it? See what it looks like from a pupil's point of view. If you go up here, preview, we'll let you preview it, obviously. Sorry. So this is what it looks like for a pupil. What is the capital of France? I think I'll go for Paris. Okay. How many kings of England have been called Charles? Ooh, I reckon there's been 2. Oh no, look, there's my custom error. It's got to be a number. I'm going to put 2. And then what's the biggest mountain in Wales? Drop down. It's got to be Rhostyllen, surely. When I submit, it'll give me feedback. So, it's been recorded. I now view score. And there you go, I'm showing how I did. I got 2 out of 3. There's the capital of France. And it tells me, well done, Paris is in Europe. There's my feedback I put in earlier. How many kings? 2. Well done me. And what's the biggest mountain in Wales? It said the Rhostyllen spoil tip. So that is how you make a quiz. Next time, I'll show you how to monitor your class's grades after you've set those tests in Google Classroom.